guys, welcome back to my channel. So if you're new here, it's lovely to have you. But if you're old, hey boo, it's nice to have you back. Today is a good day for us to make some palmnut soup. I mean, this is a very delicious, nutritious meal enjoyed mostly by Ghanaians and people all over the world. So there's a couple of tricks and tips that you should know to be able to make this delicious meal. Most people don't like to make it because they say it's difficult to cook, or it takes too much time, or it doesn't taste so good when they make it, so they don't like to make it. So I'm here today to teach you all the tips and tricks. This is 100% sure banger recipe that you will love and love and love. So let's get right into the video. You know, before we're able to build a very good house, you need to get your foundation right. The same applies to cooking. If you get your foundation right, which is the steaming part, the meat you use and everything, the combination of proteins you use, then you're going to end up with a delicious or a beautiful house or dish. So yes, I'm putting all my proteins in there. I have some bone-in beef, I have some beef tripe, I have some snails, I have some salted beef. Now, salted beef is one of the ingredients that elevates palmnut soup, my palmnut soup. I really love it. I don't add too much because I don't want it to overpower my soup. I added just 2 in here, and the 2 is perfect to give me that flavor and taste I want from the palmnut, from the beef. Yes, I have some snails, like I mentioned before. I have some crabs that I'm going to dress up and put in there. I don't add too much crabs to my palmnut soup because in my household, I'm the only one that eats the crabs. And maybe my 5-year-old, so just a little bit, not too much. And then I have some, what else? Yeah, a couple of them. I'm going to list all of them in the description box below, so check them all out. I added some spices to it. I did this spice mix. It has some onions, it has some garlic, fresh ginger, it has yellow habanero pepper, it has thyme. I use dry thyme and oregano, but you can use fresh thyme. I mean, if you get all fresh ingredients, way better, all the better. But if it's dry too, you're going to love it as well. Just make sure your ginger, onions, garlic are all fresh. It's going to go a long way to help you. I also added some mixed allspice or complete spice, and then I added some adobo as well. I'm not adding salt in here because the salted beef has salt. The pig feet also is salted, so I'm not going to add any salt to the steaming. I'll add salt way at the end when every other thing has gone in there. So for my ginger, garlic, and all those spices, I blended everything together. So you blend everything together with a little bit of water, and then you pour it on your meat to steam. So as I do that, I'm going to get ready some onions and tomatoes. Now we're using just 2 tomatoes over here, medium-sized tomatoes. All that I need for this is just 2 medium-sized tomatoes. If you end up having stewy or too thick palmnut soup, it's probably from the tomatoes you're adding. So if you're adding too much, you need to bring it down or reduce it. Just 2 over here is good, and the palmnuts I'm using is 2 kg. So that's I'm making very large quantity of soup. So just the 2 is good. And then I'm adding 2 large onions as well, and some habanero peppers, different colors, just to give me the flavor. Each and every one of them has its own flavor. Very delicious together. So yes, I had 1 big onion in my mixture, or in my spice mixture as well. So I just showed off my new glass blender that was gifted me by my sister-in-law on Mother's Day. Thank you so much, girl. I love and appreciate it. It's so good and so heavy. I'm sure it's going to be durable as well. I love it. Thank you so much. So our vegetables are now cooked. We need to get them out before we add our palmnuts mix to it. What I do is I like to take them out because the moment I add them, they get lost in there. Like I can't find the peppers, the tomatoes get mashed up. So I like to take them all out before I add my palmnut mix to it. So here's one tip you can try to ease off the stress that comes with cooking palmnut soup. When you get on the market, you can get some palmnut and then some turkey berries or percocet or whatever. Boil them when you come back home and pound them, bag them into Ziploc bags, and then store them in your freezer. Whenever you're ready to cook palmnut soup, just take it out, add some hot water to it, and then get the chaff out, and voila, you have your juices. But if you want to wait and make it on when you're cooking, it's going to be stressful and it's going to be messy. So here I have my juices from the palm nut and turkey berry. I'm adding it to my pot. I don't know what lied to me or who lied to me that my soup was going to fit into this pot, because I never use this pot for palm nut soup. But today I wanted to use it and it was like so full, nothing else could get in there. So I had to go back to my old pot. And this is big. This is really big. So I have everything in there and I can top up with any other thing, which is my mixture from the onions, the blended onions, peppers, and then the tomatoes. I got that in there as well. So this I have here is momoni. Now we know palm nut and momoni goes together. That's stinky fish. It goes together. It makes it smell even better and taste nicer. In my abom video, I explained that it's very important that wherever there's palm nuts, there should be momoni. If you like it, if you don't like it, you can totally skip it. But it's not overpowering. You're not going to be smelling it in your soup so much. No, it's going to be there underneath, like there in the background, with some nice smell, aroma, and delicious as well. Here I'm adding some water to it. Now it takes a while for the palm nut soup to cook. So if it's not so light, you're gonna end up with a very thick soup, and we don't want that, especially when you're having it with fufu. I added some stock cube as well. So what you do is to add as much water and make it very light as possible, so that by the time it's done cooking, I'm adding my last bit of water now, so that by the time it's done cooking, it's not going to be thick. It's going to be just the right consistency that you want, and it's going to be good. You don't want to be adding water in bits as it's cooking. No, it's going to take away from the taste of the soup as well. So you don't want that. I add water once and that's all. Make sure it's really light and it's going to cook and come together really nicely. So this has been cooking for about 45 minutes now, and it's looking pretty good, pretty good. I mean, all the oils are coming on top, so you can see it's cooking. We're almost there. Smells so good. The aromas and everything. I mean, everything is just on point. This recipe is so good. So now I'm adding some fried fish. My mom gave me this fish. I don't know what the fish is called, but it's delicious. I fried it for the first time and it was so good, so I wanted to add it. Here is my crabs. I've dressed it. So I take off the back of the crab, because the crabs sometimes have this blackish liquid in there. When you add it to your soup, it's going to get in there. Sometimes it's really bitter, so it's going to mess up your soup. My mom told me this when I was little. So what I do is take off the back, wash it nicely. I use my sponge or my foam, clean it nicely, make sure it's really neat before I add it to my soup. Take off the back and then add the crab meat and the crab legs to the soup. That is perfect. So if you end up having bitter soup, sometimes it could be from your crab. So you can check that as well. Everything is going so well. I'm loving my soup so far. At this point, you can add your salt to it. I think I did it off camera. So you can add your salt to it and then add your snails to it. So here it is. I didn't show when I was taking the snails out. Before I added my soup or the juices from my palm nut, I took the snails out because I don't want it to overcook. Nobody wants overcooked snails, but I wanted the flavors from the spices to go in there before taking them out. Some people add it later on when the soup is almost done. No, but I want the spices in there. Very important. I need to make it tasty and delicious. So I take them out when it's all steamed and then I just added them back. So at this point, the soup needs just 15 minutes more to cook and then we are ready. So you guys noticed I showed you the kind of stinky fish I was using before I dropped it in the soup. So now there are different types of stinky fish. You need to get the right one. Some smell really bad, but my mom told me this. Again, shout outs to my mom. This particular one that I use is called Saflo. It's Saflo momoni. When you go on the market, please ask them. It doesn't smell so bad and it's really nice and clean. Like I showed you, if I don't tell you, you wouldn't even know that is momoni or stinky fish, right? So yes, note that one as well. And here our soup is ready. Have you subscribed to my channel yet? If you haven't done that yet, please do so now. Subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section below if you'd want to see more videos, what videos you'd like, anything that you want to ask me, let me know in the comment section below. And all the ingredients are going to be in the description box, so please check them out and then get your ingredients ready. This weekend you should make some fufu as well. So mine is ready and I'm dishing it. This is fufu that I made from fufu mix or fufu powder. I don't have anybody at home to pound fufu for me, so yes, that's what we eat and we are very okay with that. It's really good, delicious. So we are dishing our food now. I can't wait. Like at this point, everybody's like, "Mommy, is the food ready?" So not only have we cooked the best palmnut soup you could ever have, but this soup is delicious, it's tasty. I mean, not everybody knows how to cook palmnut soup. I have my friends coming over. Anytime they see me posting palmnut soup on my status, they're like, "Aku, can I come over? Aku, I want your palmnut soup," because it's always good. I have people telling me all the time, "I don't really like palmnut soup, but yours is always good." And I'm not lying, it's true. I wish they could all come and comment under this video for you to see. It's really, really good. So make this recipe. Everything from start to finish. Very delicious. I mean, look, fufu akono be say. If you have this on a Saturday morning, like mid-morning, brunch time, or afternoon, or Sunday after church, or something, I don't know, I don't know what to say again. You should make this recipe. I have so many other recipes in on my channel, so please check them out. There's jollof rice, there's abomu, there's meat pie, there's so much. So check them out and make something good. Also, when you're able to make them, I love hearing from you. Let me see your pictures, your videos. Please send them to me on my social media accounts. I'd love to see them and I'd love to share them as well. We are almost at 300 subscribers. Yay! Thank you guys so much for all the support and the love you show on my videos. Please share the video, share my channel, encourage your friends to subscribe to my channel as well. In the meantime, please keep being loving, caring, check on somebody and show some love and also receive love. See you next time.